The COVID 19 pandemic might feel like a thing of the past, but its effects are still shaping our lives in ways we don't always notice. From the way we work to the environment around us, here's how the world has changed and what it means for the future. COVID didn't just bring a short term crisis, it left millions with long COVID, causing fatigue, brain fog, and other health issues that doctors are still trying to understand. Hospitals and healthcare workers also took a major hit, facing burnout and staffing shortages. There is a silver lining, though: telemedicine. Virtual doctor visits became normal, making healthcare more accessible for many people. Another thing that has changed drastically after COVID is work life and the economy. Remember when working from home was a rare perk? Now, remote and hybrid work are here to stay. Many companies have downsized office spaces, while employees enjoy flexible schedules. However, the economy hasn't fully recovered yet. Supply chain issues, inflation, and job instability continue to impact lower income workers the most. The pandemic widened the gap between the rich and the poor, and we're still feeling the effects today. And adults weren't the only ones who had to adjust during the pandemic. When schools shut down, students turned to online learning, but not everyone had the same access to technology or stable internet connection. Many kids, especially those in lower income communities, fell behind in their education, and they're still catching up today. On the bright side, digital learning tools have improved, and education is becoming more flexible, but experts worry about the long term effects of lost classroom time. In addition, many people face mental health issues during and also after the pandemic. Isolation, stress, and uncertainty took a toll on mental health worldwide. Rates of anxiety and depression skyrocketed, and many people are still struggling. At the same time, awareness of mental health has grown. More workplaces, schools, and governments are investing in mental health resources, but there's still a long way to go. Lastly, remember those images of clear skies over once smoggy cities? The lockdowns temporarily reduced air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions as factories shut down and fewer cars hit the roads. Wildlife even reclaimed some areas as human activity slowed down. But that environmental boost didn't last long. As economies reopened, pollution levels quickly returned to pre pandemic levels, or even worse in some places. Meanwhile, the pandemic created a new pollution problem: medical waste. Disposable masks, gloves, and plastic PPE flooded landfills and oceans, contributing to a growing waste crisis. On the positive side, the shift toward remote work led to fewer daily commutes, reducing traffic congestion and emissions. Some cities also redesigned public spaces, adding more bike lanes, pedestrian areas, and outdoor seating, encouraging greener lifestyles. Overall, the pandemic has left a lasting imprint on how societies function, with some effects leading to progress, such as telemedicine and urban planning improvements, and others creating new challenges, such as mental health crises and economic disparities. The COVID pandemic definitely rocked the world, but hopefully we have all learned from it and are better prepared for what is to come.